Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Today we got Earth Defense Force. Alright, what are we going to do? I'm guessing at first glance, Starship Shooter. Yepper. So we got a Vulcan, let's see, we got shoot speed, power, and rapid shot. ACB, not bad. BBC. Sure, let's do that one. It's kind of cool that you could start off with so many different choices for your starting weapon. So actually our weapon targets the enemies without you having to do anything. So you could literally just hold the button down and it targets. I'm not sure how much I like that. It leaves you with less things to do. We're not seeing any power-ups yet. I think that makes the game harder. Because you don't get to like pick and choose where you're firing and being in front of something. So like you can't really Jesus, we're getting smacked. Well, it's a one and done. So you don't get to like pick and choose where you do so you can clear a path. You're just kind of, your gun is all over the place. You're hoping. So this is actually, you need to learn which guns work better for everything. Like, it does actually matter. Alright, this one does not do that. This one fires flat, straight forward, and that's that. Okay, so learning the weapons is actually pretty interesting. Because you think something is like the way it is, but that's not the case. That is the way it is with that one weapon. Like this one, fire directly in front of you. So we're gonna probably die a lot. So we're gonna go through and try out every one of the weapons at least to get a grip on how this works. Okay, homing. Okay, that is just awesome. I'm sure it's not nearly as powerful, but for most of the game, when you're fighting more or less these small itty bitty dudes, more so than, you know, bigger stuff, I think it works fine. Again, you don't fully get to pick and choose what you're attacking, but you never do with homing anyways. Ah, we ran into him. Oh, so the more you hit things, like that level is actually your gun level. That's pretty cool. It has a lot of uniqueness to this game. I mean, at the base, yeah, we're pretty much the same. It's getting kind of boring with the same enemy. I mean, right now we're first level and everything. There we go. We're getting to fight something different here. Ah. Homing is pretty nice. Is he going to do a forward shoot now? Nope, same thing. Just more. All right, did we miss out on something with not fully being able to kill him? Do we have a time limit on? Because, I mean, we hit him, so we have no option on that. Oh, we have our little dudes. Okay, we can... Gotcha. If you hit B, you can actually get your dude spinning. Ah! I stood right into the thing and just got completely hosed. Damn. Alright. That's interesting. The homing one works very well. Let's see what else we got. Alright, so we've tried atomic, we tried homing, we've done laser. Let's try explode. Do these things just... It's the same thing that I get in a lot of these games where it looks good, but the explosion thing is nice, but then you lose track of the enemy fire and stuff like that. Alright, the horrible downside to this game, completely, you have no ability to shoot behind you. So, like, when the things come up behind you and are firing, you're kind of fucked. And it's really kind of annoying. If you don't have, like, the homing or an enemy, a weapon that will shoot behind you, you're kind of in trouble, and it's just very unenjoyable when you have so many things coming behind you. And there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. Oh, wow, we got some points on that one. Cool. But, I don't know how. Oh, so we had... Those were each lives, not so much... Okay, so you could do up to 3. Alright, configure... Shoot, charge, speed up. That's weird because that's... The speed up is not... It was the one that I've been using as attack. Let's try Vulcan. Yeah, like, there's nothing you can do about half of this stuff. It's like they give you all these guns, but honestly, almost none of them are worthwhile. Because you can't deal with anything other than what's right in front of you. And they constantly throw things behind you and on the top like that. Like, for all the options that you have, most of them suck. Like, honestly. We're going to try a few more of them just because. We're going to try out all of them. But only 2 are even at all relevant. Everything else absolutely is garbage. always do seem to be a kind of a hit or miss. Most all of them are pretty close to the same for the most part. Like, yeah, they do. There's always the one little interesting thing that each game does apart from other ones. But at the end of the day, they're all pretty much the same. The last one we have to try is the grenade. Alright, grenade absolutely sucks. Yeah, the grenade is like, you got all these, and almost everything's like some gimmick. Like, this doesn't even work to do much of anything. The only one that really did anything was homing. The second one was the laser one, which was better. But you either you're just gonna hit whatever, or you're going to just shoot in front of you. But all in all, you have very little control over anything. So this one kind of like homing, but a little not quite as good. I think laser's the second best one. Well, this laser, the other laser is garbage. This one seems more powerful though. I would like to see... Oh, we've already leveled up to level 2. I want to know how the leveling thing works. Because I think we leveled up much faster than we did in the first with the other one. I stayed right into that one. Yeah, that one works better than a homing to a point. It's stronger. Not that it's better. I do want to try to get to like the boss. I want to try we're gonna bounce between the homing and laser again. I want to try something. We're going to try YBR. Let's see if that does anything. Alright, we're going to go back to... So speed is C, but power and rapid is A, where homing is C. Yeah. But homing just does target things better than this one does. We haven't taken a hit yet. That's good. I'm still trying to figure out how the leveling works because it seems like we leveled up faster last time than we did this one. Ah, that sucked. I ran right into it. Yeah, see, like, we still haven't leveled up. Last time we leveled up very early, but this one we have not. That stupid fucking thing that they throw. Oh, we're doing good. I don't understand the leveling up. I really don't. I think that laser is the best one in the game. Oh, because we continued. And it stays okay, that's why. That's why. Alright. Well, that's good to know. I'm very confused as to how we level up so fast last time. That's how. We're doing so much worse this time. Like, I did so good on not getting touched last one. Here, we just got destroyed already. Ah! What's kind of cool is if you see where it says level 2 and has the little dots, or the arrows, you can actually hit R and make it to where your ship, each one of those is like a speed boost. So you can keep going really fast. So, like, figuring out how to use the, when to switch. Ah, we ran into the bullets. Oh, come on. Sometimes the speed is a negative. Ah, God. All right, we're gonna one more. Once you start getting the hang of it, it's not a bad little game. It's, again, not changing any grounds or anything. We've seen this a lot before. I think speed 2 is probably good because you're not overly shooting yourself all over the place. So you have a little bit more control over what you're doing. And I think they absorb attacks too. But right there, you could see where this is a negative. Because it started still tracking the one dude below. Looks like we might actually see what number 3 is. Destroying this thing, dude. Oh, we ran into it. God damn it. Hey, we're maxed out. Oh, we hit max. We hit 3. So yeah, you use the intense beams against single enemies, and then you go back against all the multis. But at 3, you can actually have different configurations. Boss time. Oh, come on. Oh, son of a... I wasn't even paying attention. I was expecting something in the middle. And then all of a sudden the bullets got underneath us. Alright. But once you understand it, I mean, it's not a terrible game. Again, it's not pushing any boundaries. It's not, you know, overly unique by any means. But it does have enough where it's still kind of interesting. It has the ability, instead of you having to pick up speed bonuses, power-ups and everything, it allows you to pick and choose how fast, and you can speed up and then slow down as you see fit, which I really like. Being able to pick and choose what you start with, instead of having to go through and picking up different power-ups and doing all these different things, you can just choose what you want to, how you want to play it at the beginning, and then work your way through. Although, honestly, other than the 2 guns, all of them suck, like terribly. They might be better powered up, but the amount of time it takes to power up one of the guns, going through this at least initially, doesn't work good because you have so much stuff behind you and everything, and only being able to shoot forward definitely does not work against most of this game because there's too much stuff coming behind you, circling, doing all these things. So all in all, like, I feel like homing is really good, a little weaker. So the laser actually works well. It does most of what homing does, but with more power behind it. So all in all, I feel like that is pretty much the one and the best weapon you can probably have in this one. Because yeah, you're stuck at stuff like this where you can't shoot behind you. So like you have this whole thing where you're kind of screwed, and you have to get everything to come before you in order to be able to do anything. And it shows most of the guns having the same power. Like, having only A, B, or C is in the realm of, like, stats. I think it should be a lot broader. Where, you know, it's like A, B, C, D, E, whatever. Like, more variety. So that, you know, the laser... Because if you look at it with 3 stats, it only has 3 things. For the most part, it's like, what is the point then? Because you have the one that does the most damage with some of the best speed or whatever, and then that's it. You don't have to worry about anything else. The fire rate doesn't matter as much because if you obliterate everything, where, like, you know what I'm saying is there's very little stats and very little change between the stats to where the guns don't matter because they're all virtually the same, and 90% of them only fire forward. and it just kind of, it really limits everything that you can do in the game. So unless you want to challenge yourself to certain things, I guess that is an option, is like a challenge run where you're only going to use grenades and beat the game, because that's going to be a bitch. So all in all, fun little game, works well, plays well. Not a whole lot of variety of enemies, at least in the first level. It feels kind of humdrum. Level design is basic, like most of these are. You got a couple interesting gimmicky things with starting off with your weapons, but like we touched base, there's not enough variety of differences in the stats to make it worthwhile using anything other than pretty much homing or that one laser, because they're the only ones that attack 360 and do stuff to where you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage otherwise. And with some of them shooting so slow and not even working as well, I don't see any kind of point in using them. So all in all, decent enough little game. Nothing special, nothing overly dramatic, like overly game-changing, but still fun enough that if you really like shooters and you want just a different one, then it's definitely your kind of game. Otherwise, if you enjoy the shooters at all, it's still a fun game to play. It doesn't, it still stays pretty much within the realm of every other shooter we've played and every other shooter out there for the most part, minus whatever gimmick it has that it's making itself different. All in all, they're virtually the same thing. Basic enemies with almost the same flight patterns, with you having the same ship. This one with the level, with your weapon just leveling up, and that's it as you attack, and being able to adjust your speed are really decent enough incentives on playing this over a couple of the other ones. So with that being said, guys, thanks so much. Till next time, you guys have a good one.